guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of all signs for the new moon in Aquarius, which will be at its peak at 5:58 p.m. Eastern Time on the 9th. It'll be the 10th across the globe and earlier in the afternoon here on the west coast of the U.S. So check your local listings. When we have a new moon, the moon and the sun are together. That's why we don't see the moon exactly. But I'm going to pull some cards here from Moonology messages first, just to give us a feeling of the theme here coming through for our connections, our relationships. That's what I read for. And then I'm going to give you some details about the lunation, and then follow that up with a tarot reading. This is time-stamped. If you want to jump ahead, feel free. Okay. Ooh, here we go. For new moon in Aquarius, we've got shadow work, beautiful, knowledge, lovely, whoops, and transformation. Ooh, my goodness. Okay, so shadow work and transformation, the night moon and moon magic. Both of these things feel very Plutonian to me. Pluto just moved into Aquarius not too very long ago, still sitting at 0 degrees in a handful of minutes. And what I said in the February 2024 energy update, which if you haven't watched, not too late to watch it, is that this month, all of the personal planets, first of all planets are direct, yay, but the personal planets are all entering Aquarius and sort of they connect immediately with Pluto. And I described it as like the personal planets parade, and as each planet comes through, I believe Mercury was first, then comes Mars, then comes Venus. They are going to salute Pluto in the grandstands and keep marching forward. And Pluto has a lot of gravitas and power, and wherever Pluto lives, there is radical change and transformation, but not before pulling us down into the below. So I love that we have shadow work, and I love that we have transformation. I don't know which came first, and then knowledge is sort of Aquarius's domain. So the Aquarian domain of knowledge and insight is network oriented. Right? We have closed networks, which are our little groups, and then the open network where we are one among a collective. So it feels to me that with the night moon and moon magic, we're sort of saluting Pluto and allowing ourselves to be pulled into some shadow so that we can affect, with the knowledge we gained there, some radical transformation. Moon magic. Love it. Beautiful message, and very appropriate to the dynamics right now in the cosmos. So that was the oracle. Let me talk to you about this lunation. It's powerful. So as I said, we're in the Aquarian mansion, which is ruled by the planet Uranus. Uranus is the great awakener. Uranus is lightning in a bottle. Uranus is that planet where, depending on the geometry, how it's meeting up with other planets, it's like anything can happen and probably will. So you can expect surprises, pivots, breakthroughs, reversals, off-ramps. It's a lot of unexpected-ish, okay? So all of that energy of the unexpected plot twist is what is leading the way for this lunar cycle. So part of the excitement about Aquarius is that it inspires us to take a little risk. And since intuition is an invention of the Aquarian mansion, we can expect the very highest inner guidance to access as we set intentions. So trust your intuition in this moment when you're setting intentions. Think outside the box with this new moon. Don't shrink back from setting kind of avant-garde, unconventional intentions right now. This is the moon to do it with. Go for whatever you desire. You know that that's part of what I promote. But make sure it serves humanity. And you might say, well, I don't know how that happens, Laura. I'm here watching a love tarot reading. Well, think about it. When you set an intention, you don't want to focus on the person that, you're trying to manifest, or whether you're trying to manifest reunion with them or communication with them or something. I'm just giving you examples. You want to set an intention around how it would feel to have whatever it is occur. So it's not about the person, because they have free will. It's about the dynamic. It's about what you gain from that clarity, or from that reunion, or from that communication, right? What do you gain from it? What's that feel like? That's what you want to set an intention around, that feeling. And then be sure to add a sentence that, because I don't know about you. My ritual is bullet points. Virgo in the house, so I'm very linear about it. I set my intentions. They're very clear. I do my ritual at my altar. I read them out loud. I light it on fire, and I make the offering. That's how I do mine. But make sure that one of your bullet points, if you so choose to use bullet points, is how manifesting this energy or this feeling, or whatever it is, would serve the greater good. And if you're wondering, well, how is that possible in a relationship? Well, if you're improving the dynamics between you and your sacred connection, you and your divine counterpart, doesn't it serve humanity to create openings for unconditional love, to create space for learning about each other, and sort of finding ways to more understanding between you and one person serves the collective in general. Because as we all heal, and as we all become more consciously aware of the other, and promote dialogue and understanding and healing between us and one other, don't we sort of make that possible for the whole? So I invite you to include a sentence, to include a thought about humanity and serving humanity through your intentions and the manifestation of them. Okay? Now, what you do need to know is that this, as I said, this whole lunar cycle is ruled by the planet Uranus, because the moon's in Aquarius at the same time as the sun. And it's super powerful that the sun and the moon together are squaring an exact square with Uranus, with the planet that rules this lunation. So that kind of, and squares, you've seen me do this before. Here's the wall, here's the floor. It's kind of a movable. It's a geometry in astrology of conflict and obstacle and challenge. And so when Uranus is holding one end of that square and the sun and moon are together, it's a hard angle. We've got to expect the unexpected. So instantaneous change can occur. Expect things to turn on a dime. If you expect things to turn on a dime, and you're optimistic about it, because Aquarian energy is generally very optimistic, then you might be very pleasantly surprised. Okay? Could be a really wonderful plot twist. So that's the story. Okay. So there go my notes. Now I'm going to pull the spread, give you my general impressions. We'll get the details from the clarifiers. And this is good for all signs. And then in the extended, I will go through each individual zodiac sign. Okay, here we go. Eight of Swords, a little stuck, maybe overthinking things. Challenge here around a King of Swords. That is Aquarius, by the way. Love that. We've got the Fool, more Aquarius. The Fool is actually the planet Uranus, which rules Aquarius. So Aquarius and Uranus are in the house. Hermit in the past. Oh, I'm seeing this picture here. Devil in your conscious awareness. And then the Nine of Cups. And then we have Two of Swords, important decision, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, we're going to kind of With the Five of Cups, it feels like that's part of the shadow work, of the woulda, coulda, shouldas, of some regrets of the past and mistakes of the past. But I love in this deck how it all kind of swirls down the drain, right? Because important decisions will be made. You'll go within to get clarity, especially around the intentions that you're setting. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, which is guiding your path to serve your highest good so you can release all the regrets of the past. That's how I see that little part of the spread. But here, Eight of Swords, King of Swords. I feel whoever this person is that's on your mind, they're not real approachable. What's coming through is you're not sure of someone's intentions. You may not be feeling like you can access them or that the messages are very clear. Feels like this is somebody who can be remote, a little distant, a little aloof even. And so you're stuck as to how to proceed. Like, what do I do? Eight of Swords can be overthinking, though, over-processing on a mental level. Not surprised when we have the sun and the moon together in an air sign. So I'm normalizing that for you. But the problem with the Eight of Swords is we tend to go into self-doubt. We go into self-limiting beliefs. We second-guess ourselves. So you really want to rely on your intuition in order to overcome that sense of being held back or not trusting how to make your next move or what that should be. Right? Because in your unconscious awareness, there's the Fool. It's about assessing the risk, which is very Aquarian, and taking the leap. In the past, we have the Hermit, and I do feel this is coming from the King of Swords. I feel you're dealing with somebody who might be a little quirky, might need a lot of alone time. Not saying that they're not wise, not saying that they're, not well intended. But I think in your conscious awareness, you're like, what gives with this, right? What is that? Because there's your shadow work card, all right? The Devil in this particular deck, it's hard for you to see, but he's got like strings hanging off his fingers like he's the puppet master. And there is a figure there in very ghost form. I'm holding it up as close as I can. And what you're seeing right there is like a person in a hoodie that's kind of shrunk down and holding their head in their hands. So when you now get that image, there is this like, who's running the show here? Right? Why am I feeling so helpless in this situation? Why am I feeling such restriction and limitation? Why am I feeling like I'm being controlled? But it's coming through for you in your conscious awareness as the problem here is you're still not sure how to deal with somebody that doesn't really reveal themselves to you. And it feels like it's out of your control. So in the near future, we have this Nine of Cups, and look at this person just kind of leaping, for joy. Lots of wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. And when I look forward, I'm seeing it comes by way of an internal check. The Two of Swords is a crossroads moment where we have to go within. No one else can help us make this important decision. We are reaching that crossroads, like I said, where we've got to understand our own motivations. Okay? So while you may be tied in knots here about this person's motivations, and that's kind of creating some limitations and control dynamics for you, there's an internal gauge that's telling you, just go for it. Just take a chance. And I feel like you have to get clear about your intentions around that. And then, right? Jesus, take the wheel. That's the Wheel of Fortune comes in and says, I got you. This is being guided all in divine time. And you sort of have to overcome some regrets. Something from the past that looks, it's coming through reversed because of the proximity to the wheel, but we'll see. Right? Where you get to sort of release the past and then from your decision making, move towards something more positive with wish fulfillment. All right, so let's jump in. 8 of Swords, King of Swords, 4 of Cups, 7 of Wands, Lovers. Oh my gosh, guys. You're definitely disillusioned with the way things stand. Feeling very trapped on some level. Like you cannot affect change in this situation. We have the 4 of Cups here is the disillusionment, the unhappiness. And then we've got the 7 of Wands, which feels like it's, you know, there's this hand coming through. I'm feeling like you're being held back, kept at arm's length. I feel like the 7 of Wands belongs to our friend, the King of Swords here, and the 4 of Cups is for those of you in that stuck energy of the 8 of Swords, and this is a sacred bond. The Lovers asks you to make a choice, though, and it's about choosing the connection, and it feels to me like there's definitely something where there's some resistance, and you're still feeling very much out of control in the situation, so you're overthinking every little thing, you're disenchanted by all of it, and you're sort of at this crossroads, thank you, 2 of Swords, where you've got to make a choice. And they have to make a choice. This person does as well. So let's see the Fool. Ten of Swords, Queen of Wands, 5 of Swords. Ooh, yeah, I guess it could be a big risk, right? Sometimes when we go all in, we don't come out well on the other side, so I do feel that's a concern. But the Queen of Wands here is kind of coming through as, with the 5 of Swords underneath, as you're already sort of accepting defeat. So I'm sort of seeing the Fool again in reverse, assessing the risk and not feeling safe. You may want to take a chance and you may want to take a leap, but you're not. You're in your internal processing. You're coming through as this is not going to go in my favor. And I'm going to land up with 10 swords in my back and feeling really defeated and played for a fool. So in unconscious awareness, what I thought was maybe the, well, I don't know what the next best step is, but I'm going to take a leap anyway, does not appear to be that. It appears to be definitely seeing the glass half empty, assessing the risk and coming away internally with a, yeah, it's not going to go in my favor. So let's see the Hermit in the past. The Fool again. Hermit, 6 of Wands, 9 of Swords, Fool. Feel like this person kind of comes in off the grid every now and then and makes an offer, a gesture that brings some peace and some balance, some reconciliation, but then you're still like a cat on a hot tin roof about it. And you're still sizing up the risks. So I feel because this is looking in the past and your card in the outcome position is 5 of Cups, it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have taken that chance. Maybe I should have trusted my anxiety and my nervous system as my guide. Because I do feel like this person, King of Swords, has come in, has made peace offerings, but you accept them, but with some amount of anxiety associated with it, restlessness, worry, as to whether or not you're taking a very serious risk here. Because in your unconscious awareness, yeah, to you it's like, yeah, not going to be a good deal for me. In the past, lots of worry about accepting the gestures and overtures from this person every time they kind of come into your viewfinder and then they move out of your line of vision. So that's what I'm seeing here. This does not feel to me like Knight of Wands, which is in and out and lots of passion. This feels to me like a person of mystery, right? And somebody that you can't quite peg. You can't quite figure it out. And therefore, there's this, heightened sense of anxiety and worry and stuckness and fear and catastrophizing and. So let's see the devil in your conscious awareness. Yep. You're saying, oh, this cannot be good for me. Is this a divine masculine or a karmic partner? What am I dealing with? I'm scared. Absolutely. Apprehensive, unsure, but the passion is there. That's the thing, is there's a lot of chemistry and a lot of passion here. And in your unconscious awareness, it's like, I choose this. I want this so bad. I'm willing to take these risks, right? But then in your unconscious awareness, deep down, you're kind of, seeing the results, the fallout from taking that risk as being very devastating and feeling very disempowered by it. So I am aware that there seems to be a strong pull. That pull can feel karmic for some of you, and for others of you absolutely is. But there's uncertainty and apprehension, almost like you're not really sure what you're dealing with and if you can trust it. So now that I look at the Nine of Cups going forward, what's the message in the near future? Page of Swords, do your due diligence. The Hermit again. Six of Swords. Okay, so it does look like some wish fulfillment for you. Something comes in, possibly unexpectedly, or at least some information. From or about your person here, who's coming through as King of Swords, Hermit, okay? And also the Emperor. And the Devil. It's all just energy, but we know who we're talking about. You're kind of looking for some information, either to get it from this person or about this person, and it brings in the relief. Right? This kind of peace of mind and moving to calmer waters. It's like, yes, that's all I wanted to know. So I am feeling like some of your anxiety and apprehension and worries and insecurities about the situation, you're going to get the information you need one way or another that allows you to kind of move forward to calmer waters. And Two of Swords is your message from Spirit. The hidden energies is the Wheel of Fortune. So let's see those two together. Two of Wands. Lots of decision making here and healing the confusion. So if I'm looking at the Two of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, Spirit's talking to you about going within to get clarity. About this important decision, and then trusting that the universe does, have a bigger plan, and things will unfold in divine time. And what's clarifying those two cards is the Two of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. So the Four of Swords is the healing, the Four of Swords is the rest, the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands is the decision-making process. The Two of Wands says, what do you really want? First, you got to know what you want. Then you go within to get clear, because there seems to be some, emotional overwhelm, confusion, mixed messages you may be receiving from this person. So, you kind of got to close that out as you're setting intentions, determine what you desire first, and then get clear about your intentions, set them, and then go to ground. Be very calm and meditative about it. And trust that in divine time, you'll find your way forward, okay, and out of the confusion. And the last card here in our outcome position is the Five of Cups. So let's see what message we have. Five of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so I am sort of feeling like all the worries, all the tension, all the drama sort of goes down the drain, but baby steps, right? There's something you're learning from this, and it kind of makes you a novice in this situation, or it's a novel situation. So you just take one little baby step at a time, right? Very key word for Aquarius is novel, right? And it feels to me like with these two fives, there's been a lot of tension, maybe some outside interference, maybe some regrets, some sadness, grief, and loss. And in order to turn that around, first you make your decisions, right? You know, Two of Wands, Two of Swords. You kind of go to ground, get very meditative as you're setting your intentions, clear up your own confusion, and as you set intentions, and then put one foot in front of the other to move forward, because what's coming is reconciliation, second chances, reunion. This is Pluto, which I told you, all the personal planets are going to salute Pluto on their way into Aquarius. The moon's already passed, right? So we've got Pluto here, and Judgment is about that deep shadow work. It's going into the deep below, and then to be called up, and you get the transformation on the other side. And it feels to me like some forgiveness will be necessary. And it feels to me like whoever this is that you're lamenting over, if you can pull back, draw down your expectations a bit, and just take it one little, like, you know, you got to eat this elephant one bite at a time, basically. And I think you could potentially have a really nice opportunity for reunion, reconciliation, redemption, forgiveness, second chances. It looks very positive. So I know that these cards in general don't look super positive. The Five of Cups and the Five of Wands, they are not. But if we're looking at the outcome, we're looking at what's going to happen with all that ish, one bite at a time, one step at a time, and then we find our way to forgiveness and healing and second chances. So I do feel it's a choice. That's why you're getting the Two of Swords. You're going to reach, you know, Spirit's telling you this is your moment, and the clarifiers around that are the Two of Wands, the Four of Swords, and you got to kind of, you know, collect your proverbial ish and move forward, instead of standing still and second guessing yourself. Okay, so very interesting reading, guys. What I'm going to do is give you the astrology that showed up here, but in the first sentence of the description box below is a link to the extended. So for this new moon, I'm going to go individual zodiac sign, you know, Aries through Pisces, and I'll sort of look at any potential, you know, what's unexpected, where might the pivot be, the breakthrough, the reversal. Got it? So we're going to look at the surprise element in the extended. Here we go. Like what you can't see coming, but might want to know, could be on your path. King of Swords is Aquarian energy. The Lovers is Gemini. We have the Fool is the planet Uranus, which rules Aquarius. So this is right on the money, guys. Queen of Wands is Aries. She's usually fully in her power, but coming through a little disempowered right now. We have the Hermit twice. That is Virgo. The Fool is out a second time. We have the Devil is Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. Emperor is Aries. The Moon is Pisces. I love that Alpha Omega energy right there. We have the Page of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius, and the Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I love that we close with Pluto, which rules Scorpio. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Transformation is possible and available to you with this knowledge, Page of Swords, and the shadow work that you have to confront. So it's all up to you. I'm heading to the extended. New moon blessings to everyone. I'll see you on the other side. Bye for now.